All right, exams are just around the corner, and you need to really nail the difference between mitosis and meiosis. Well, you've come to the right place. In this quick guide, we're going to turn that confusion into clarity and help you master these concepts for good. So let's dive in. I mean, have you ever really thought about it? A scraped knee just heals itself. You're taller today than you were a few years ago. How does all of that actually happen? Well, the answer is this amazing process deep inside ourselves. And it all boils down to two super important but very different kinds of cell division. And here are our two key players, mitosis and meiosis. Yeah, they sound alike, but what they do? Totally different jobs. Getting this straight is an absolute must-know for your biology exam, and trust me, in the next few minutes, we are going to make it crystal clear. Okay, let's kick things off with mitosis. The easiest way to think about this? Just picture a perfect copy machine for your body's cells. Seriously, its one and only job is to make exact duplicates. The most important thing to highlight is right here in this definition. Mitosis gives you two daughter cells that are genetically identical to the parent cell. That means they have the same number of chromosomes, the same exact genetic info. It is all about perfect replication. And this is the magic number you have to remember for mitosis. 2, simple as that. One parent cell divides and creates exactly two identical daughter cells. That's it. So why does our body need this copy machine? Well, as you can see, mitosis is absolutely essential for growth, for repairing tissues, and for just replacing old cells. A key term to remember here is that this all happens in our somatic cells. It's basically all our regular body cells. And crucially, the chromosome count never changes. All right, let's switch gears and talk about our second process. Now, if mitosis is a copy machine, then meiosis is more like a genetic shuffler. Its whole point isn't to create copies, it's to create variety. This definition right here shows the huge difference. Meiosis ends with 4 daughter cells, and here's the kicker. Each one has half the number of chromosomes as the parent cell. These special cells are what we call gametes, reproductive cells like sperm and eggs. So the magic number for meiosis is 4. One parent cell goes through the process and creates 4 genetically unique daughter cells. That's double the output of mitosis, and none of them are identical copies. So how does it make 4 cells? Well, meiosis is a 2-part dance. The most critical part is meiosis 1, because that's the moment the chromosome number gets cut in half. Then you have meiosis 2, which is actually a lot like mitosis. The cells just divide again, but they keep that new halved chromosome number. So let's just recap the key features of meiosis. Number 1, its main job is to create genetic variation. 2, it only happens in germ cells or reproductive cells. 3, its defining feature is that it halves the chromosome number, and all of that makes it absolutely essential for sexual reproduction. Okay, you've got the basics down for both. Now, for what I think is the most important part of this whole study guide. Let's put them head to head. It's time for the ultimate comparison. Look, if you only remember one single thing, make it this. Mitosis is for growth and repair, and it makes identical cells. Meiosis is for reproduction, and it makes unique cells. That's the big picture. But for your exam, you're going to want the details on this next slide. This table right here, this is your golden ticket for the exam. Seriously, let's run through it. Purpose, growth and repair versus sexual reproduction. Cell type, somatic versus germ. Daughter cells, 2 versus 4. Chromosome number stays the same versus halved. And the big one, genetic makeup, identical to the parent versus different from the parent. Screenshot this, write it down, do whatever you need to do to memorize this chart. So we've covered the what and the how, but why does any of this actually matter in the real world? Let's connect these tiny cellular processes to stuff we can actually see and understand. Every single time you get a paper cut, your body kicks mitosis into overdrive. It creates millions of new, identical skin cells just to patch up that wound. Without mitosis, our bodies couldn't grow or heal. It's the silent hero keeping us all in one piece. And meiosis? Its impact is, it's even bigger. It's the reason life on this planet is so incredibly diverse. The genetic shuffling that happens during meiosis is why you have some traits from one parent and some from the other, but the final mix is uniquely you. It's literally the engine of evolution. So let's wrap this up with one final thought, a kind of bonus exam question. We know that mitosis builds and repairs our bodies with perfect copies. But why? Why is the variety that comes from meiosis so incredibly vital for the long-term survival of a species? If you can answer that, you have truly mastered this topic. Good luck on your exams.